chill on the couch with us. So shine bright.
Welcome one and all to our last Bitchin' for 2012. Nice to have your company today. That's why I've got the microphone. I might even do a song at the end. We've got our bitches. I need to introduce them from left to right, or right to left. Cameron Kippen, welcome back.
Hi, Australia.
Love the glasses.
Thank you.
June Kelly, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Fred.
Jeff Quincy, thank you for being here
Thank you,
today.
Fred. It's absolute pleasure.
Natalie Foster, welcome.
You're lucky
Nice to
I'm
have you.
here. Thank you. My Christmas party last night,
Yes.
so if I fall asleep.
Really? And who have we got there in your hot little hands?
This is if it was my Christmas present, I'd be getting this man wrapped up underneath a tree. It's Ted Bull. Look
Has
at
there
that.
been? Notice how he's never photoshops his photos. Now that was sent to
No.
us, of course, that was taken of Ted, of course.
Graduation?
I was going to say graduation. I would say retirement. No, look, he's doing a job, but we don't know what the job is at the moment. But he's not here, so we'd love to say thank you to Ted. He's always been part of Bitchin', and we couldn't have him take. He's had an operation on his knee. He's recovering, so all our best wishes for Christmas for Ted, from all of us. And we're going to start today. We're going to start with Cameron, I think. Yes, we are. Cameron, you've got a great story there. Tell us about it.
Yes, I'm going to talk about the salacious confessions of a flight attendant, or that's what I thought I was going to be reading about. But as it turns out, it's really a sort of career sort of attractiveness or attention for people wanting to become flight attendants. And this 22-year-old tells all, which is really rather boring. They're very hard-working individuals.
Have you read the story?
I have read the story. I was hoping that it might be all about the Mile High Club and things like that.
And
But unfortunately, it's not.
what's in there?
It's what's the worst thing can happen on the flight in terms of awkward clients.
And has she mentioned anything awkward that's happened?
Yes, you know, like people spill things or ask for the most unusual requests, including what our number is, etc. But also, if you want to be upgraded, what you have to be, as I always am, and that's polite to them.
And who is the lady that's written?
Oh, it
been
doesn't
interviewed?
actually tell you.
What's
Other
the
than
secret?
she's a 22-year-old who hopes to retire at 24, which means she'll probably have to meet somebody rather as well off as you, I would think.
Does she do the same? Maybe she flies Ray Fiennes' flight. Because he's still got money, hasn't he?
Well, it doesn't actually go into that detail.
Well, that's what I thought. It's going to all be about sex and naughtiness
Well,
in the
I
toilets and nothing.
I was kind of
So
hoping
in that
for
case,
that.
guys, if I've got your approval, shall we move on?
That was
No, that's,
really a little bit
there's
boring,
no-
Cameron.
Yes, I think that's probably a pointless story, but thank you for pointing that out.
Well, I think mine is so much more thrilling, seriously.
It's a good one.
New supersized V energy drink will be putting children at risk.
Now, we all know about V drinks. They create energy.
Well-
They've been talked about in current affair today, tonight. About
Yeah,
being
they're
dangerous.
talking about putting a 1.2 litre bottle and putting it in reach of children.
So now you don't kill yourself, you might as well kill the group or kill the whole family.
Look, me personally, I'll probably need to try that V drink, and 1.2 litres would probably work for me sometimes.
Why are they doing this, June? What are they creating? Is this just a marketing?
Oh, I
selling
think it's a
company?
marketing one, but really, I mean, there's 2,000 people voted for it on the web, and there was a little bit of concern over children maybe getting a little bit hyperactive in the shops. I mean, if it was sold at school and I was a teacher, I'd be really concerned.
Do you guys think it's a
They're
good
using
thing?
it as a mixer too, I think.
Yeah.
Jeff, tell us what you think, Jeff, because we don't want you to hold back.
No.
Do you drink this sort of stuff, Jeff?
Occasionally.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Why do you drink it?
Usually just to get that boost, to get you through the day.
So
more
you're
than
not
anything,
one
because
of
it's
those
a
people that
caffeine.
overdoes it. You don't take too much of it.
Nah. But, look, the amount of contents that these things have is really bad for you anyway. And if you have a condition, it really isn't good for you. And I think that's the big concern with this sort of stuff.
Well, I think they're more worried about it's not so much the adults, it's the children
kids.
and it being in reach of children in the supermarket. But what are the parents doing? I mean, what age children are we talking about, and how much disposable income do they get? Would it really matter if they bought, 3 cans? Because that would probably be
Yeah.
equivalent.
But you've seen the kids do it. I've done it when I've been in the supermarket 8 o'clock in the morning when they first open, and then you've got kids leaving their school bags and then going and getting Coke. Now they're going to get a 1.25 bottle of V.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, you know, we used to worry about red cordial.
Is this
remember?
the drink, guys, that kids tend to mix with vodka and things like that, and it creates some health problems?
Not normally primary school age kids.
Not
I
primary
wouldn't
school,
think so.
We'd
Thank
hope
God
not.
I'm not a teacher
I
anymore.
think probably the price of stimulants is so high that they'll do anything, they'll mix anything in order to get a buzz.
Yep.
But this seems to be the new cigarette.
Yes.
And in many instances, it's to keep the corner shops ticking over nicely.
Making money.
Yeah.
So you're against it, obviously?
Yep.
I'm not against it because right now I'd like 1.25 a V to get me through the rest of the segment. But
I
for
don't think
kids,
there's a
probably.
necessity for
Yeah.
it, really.
No necessity.
There is right now for me.
Oh,
though.
for you,
But
mate.
yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Jeff, you've got a great story. Can we just say Jeff as well, so those people who haven't met him before? Jeff is actually June's husband. And,
I didn't know that when I was talking to you.
they only just got married on the show today. No,
Oh
but-
gosh, I feel so bad.
You're making a pass at him.
I gave you my number and everything. I had no idea.
Less
sorry.
work for me. I'm
Oh, you're
fine.
funny. It's a shame that Jeff's already married to me. No. Jeff, what have
I
you
get
got?
around, apparently.
And it seems like Jeff's in demand. Have you
Sounds like
noticed?
you're going to get more than a round if you hang around here. Jeff, what have you got for us? A story about tattoos, I believe.
Yeah, white collar ink. It's whether or not you can be a CEO with tattoos.
Now, you've got tattoos, I noticed.
Yeah,
you could be a
just
CEO.
one or six.
I've got
And-
tattoos too. Hang on.
Yes. Is that what you call it now?
Saskatchewan.
I went for the biggest area of flesh and it just happened to be my buttocks.
What's quite interesting, I think every one of us has a tattoo.
Yeah.
You've
Well,
got a
that's one of the other
I've got one of my
statistics in
own.
here. They're saying like 1 in 4 Australians, one in 4 Australians are tattooed. So,
In this case, 4 out of 4 are.
well,
So-
yeah.
You've all got tattoos, or most of you. Have you got one, Cam?
Yeah, I've got a few.
You've
got a
one.
few.
So, have you ever? I used to have a brother-in-law that was quite young when he had them done, and he regretted it later when he had kids and got married to my sister because he said people look at you funny, and he was a printer, printing stuff. People always thought he was a bikie because he had, and I'm not saying bikies have tattoos, but that's what they used to call him.
I think perception's changed a lot in the last, say, 15 years or so, because I think I got my first tattoo when I was 15.
Yep.
And in those days it was a little bit more taboo and less of it around. But you look around now and the women have got, most of them have got more tattoos than I have, which is,
What was the reason? Can
Not
I
saying a
ask
lot for
down?
me.
If we go down the panel, maybe Jeff, start with you first. Why did you get your tattoos?
I think, just to be different. Same reason I pierced my ears and everything like that, just to be different
And
from
did you
other
get
people.
them done when you were young and you don't regret
No,
them?
I don't have any regrets.
still get some
I
done
started,
now?
yeah, I started when I was 15, and just every now and again I get the urge and go and get some more. So
Okay. And do people stare at you?
become-
Do you like the fact that people do ask you?
yeah,
wow, that
well,
looks
June
great,"
always
or
says
does it
when I
really-
go through the shop with her with a T-shirt that
A singlet.
they go through her bags and stuff like that, and it's my fault.
Yeah, but she looks dodgy. It's not you.
It's not me.
Well, that's what I said, because last time I had her jumper on, you couldn't see anything, and she still got done.
No, seriously, what happens, we'll go to Bunnings, my favourite
Bunnings,
store,
yes,
Bunnings.
the masters of hardware.
What happens is if Jeff's got a T-shirt on, it's sort of covering here, or it's sort of just pushed up a bit, not a problem. In and out the store, never get checked. Doesn't matter which store. Wears one of those black singlets, growing the hair happening, and there's tattoos everywhere.
Jeff, so when you wear
And
the
my bag
T-shirt,
gets
never
searched.
get checked. So if you were to wear no pants, I reckon you could probably walk
No
out
one
with
would
half
check
of
it.
mine.
I don't think there'd be a
I'd be
problem.
at
'cause it's
it
got
trying
I
to get
reckon
checked.
you could take half of Bunnings with you.
We don't want to know where you're going to put it. Where are you going to
It's
store
even
that
the
pipe?
searches at the
Airport.
airport. If you see tattoos, like
Yeah.
I think it's a psychological thing for a certain age group. If Jeff's covered up and he's clean shaven, no
I think
search.
younger
Otherwise
kids
you get
don't. I
checked.
think people now growing up doesn't really matter. I regret because I've got a little. It means love, and it was my
Yep.
first anniversary, and it started off on my shoulder, so it's sort of slowly going down.
The love
I'm
or
just
the
so
tattoo?
well. I'm so glad I didn't put it on my bosom. It'd be around my stomach, but I don't regret it.
No, it's funny, isn't it? 'Cause people are. They do make comments when they see someone with a tattoo. They walk away or they go to the other side of the lift, and it's the same being fat. It's just, people tend to walk to the other side of the lift because I force them to that corner. But it's all. Do you think you could be anything and have a
You
tattoo
can be
these
anything
days?
and have
I
a
think
tattoo,
now-
and I think you'll find
Yeah.
that there probably are a lot of CEOs that do have tattoos.
And
I
just
mean,
don't
most
tell
of them are wearing suits all the time, so you never
You can
know.
hide them,
Exactly.
can't you?
Absolutely.
And I don't think it matters. It's the way you carry out your job.
It
Anyway.
might be a bit
No.
different too if you got them facial
Facial.
tattoos
So why
and
did you
stuff.
get your
like
tattoo?
It was my
Natasha?
first anniversary.
So that was the only
And the
reason.
person that tattooed me said it won't hurt. And it even hurt putting the stencil on. And he goes, "You'll be back." And I went, "No,
That doesn't have a
no,
big
I
drum,
won't."
won't it?
Fair enough. Now we've got another story. This one here.
Oh, look, I used
What's-
to be,
what's
actually,
it
no, I
about?
used to be a teacher, and this is a bit disappointing. There's a little girl from Gosnells. Now, she's only 4 years old, I believe, and she's been caught kissing another child at 4, and she's been disciplined. They put
4-year-old
her, yes.
kissed a girl.
Well, we don't know if it's a girl or another child. It just says another child.
So if I said, I kissed a girl and I liked it. So
Taste
what's
of
the whole
cherry
story? I mean,
chapsticks.
why don't they like this
Well,
happening?
they basically said they're trying to keep the kids, they're trying to teach kids what appropriate behaviour is. So the little kid was then put onto the naughty mat, which I think is a little bit excessive myself. You know, if kissing was allowed though when I was at school, I'd still be there. But you know, if surely if a
You wouldn't
child's
have been the
kissing another
teacher.
child,
You could never have been the teacher if you were kissing everybody.
oh, it's all like
They've got
to
laws about
sir
that.
with love, isn't it?
They've got laws and inquiries
you
about
don't
that.
know the teacher's story because the teacher's not allowed to say anything. So
Yeah.
I know 4-year-olds is very innocent. What it could be is these child's trying to do their work all the time and she's going,
Would it
"Hey."
worry you? Would it
All
worry
the
you
time.
that
I
if your child went to school? I'll ask you individually.
Yes.
But would it worry you if your child came out and says, "Mum, I kissed Mary today
Well,
at 4 years of age"?
It would
you care?
worry me if I had a child, but no. If I, if I did have a child
Oh, you're
and 4 years old and kissed another child, no, I would not be concerned because I'd prefer that than coming home and
punching.
saying, "Oh, my child's punched another kid in the head."
Jeff, what do you think?
Proud, but
Well,
you know,
I think
concerned.
on the same lines of when you see kids take off their clothes down the beach and stuff like that. If you start making it a prohibited thing, then it all
I've got a
becomes
story
a
about that.
tattoo and it's all
I
behind
used to
closed
take
doors.
my clothes off at the beach, and I used to have all the Japanese people
Screw your face
harpooning.
too, wasn't it?
Well,
And they used to roll me back into
Roll
the
you
water,
back in the water,
and
yeah,
I
I've
couldn't
heard that
swim. Sorry, go on, Jeff.
But well, it's the same thing. I went down to the beach with my grandson, and he's down there, and he just rips his clothes off, goes bolting through, and people are going, "Oh, isn't that wonderful?" I thought, "Well, why can't I do that?"
No.
Well, you
because-
can, but you'll get
I
arrested.
don't get
for it.
arrested for it.
Yes, you might be just a little bit
It's
bigger
just
than you.
innocence.
So we've
At
gone
that
from
age,
an
it purely is
innocent
innocent.
to
It's
Jeff
obviously
wants
the
to run down
tattoos
the
make
beach
the
naked.
difference.
June, what do you
Dodgy.
think about this?
I would, I
Would
agree
you
with
care if one of
Natalie.
your kids kissed a little kid at 4 years of age?
No, I absolutely wouldn't have a problem with that and much prefer them to give someone a hug and a kiss on the
Yep.
cheek than smack someone
Punch
in
him
the
in the
head.
head.
Because isn't that what we're trying to teach
And
kids?
Cameron,
Be
just
a bit
quickly.
loving.
Very
Yeah.
sad. Very
do you
sad that should happen. And
What, the kissing?
well, the idea that the kids, put into the sin bin for that.
Yeah, on the
Okay.
mat, the naughty mat.
Now,
I want to know why it's called a naughty
Do we
mat.
know for sure it was a child that they kissed? They didn't kiss the teacher or anything. 'cause
No,
we
no,
could
it
have
says
done
another
There was,
child.
there was actually another story associated to that too, that
Yep.
one of the teachers put a child was reprimanded yet again, but she bent down and her G-string was showing and the
that's
child
terrible.
touched her G-string.
That's
And then the other conversation around that, because that was following
Guess
through from
what?
that story,
We've been told
was,
our time
should
is
we
up,
do it?
guys. Maybe we could just kiss each other now and
Yeah.
say goodbye. Merry Christmas to everybody on the panel
Merry
today.
Christmas.
Merry
Is that a problem? See, we're going to go sit in the naughty quarter, but we're going to do it together.
We're going to make the naughty mat really naughty.
Thank you very much, Australia, for watching Bitchin' this year. Thank you to Cameron, thank you to June, thank you to Jeff today, thank you to Natalie, thank you to Ted, and thank you to Candice and everybody else that's been on the panel. We've had a great time. We'll be back next year with another Bitchin', and thank you.